Okay, good morning, everybody. Apologies for the technical delay, but we're all set to go right now. And if you've ever been around somebody and after you finish that encounter, you just feel like your battery's been recharged and you've got tons of energy and you're ready to go out and tackle the world, then you're going to love the next 20 minutes because I'm really pleased this week on Minutes with Brett Live to welcome Faisal Mkhizi from Johannesburg, South Africa. And Faisal is the Regional Managing Executive of Retail and Business Banking at Absa, which I believe is South Africa's largest bank. Is that correct, Faisal?
Yeah, yes, Brett, thanks for the
Okay.
nice intro. Thanks for that.
That's good. I'm not done yet. So Faisal's also the chairman of the board at Absa Vehicle Management. And so he's wearing multiple hats. He's sitting at the top of the bank in his respective divisions. And I couldn't be more pleased to welcome you, Faisal, to today's conversation. And I think that your experience in the public sector and small business and corporates is just amazing. And you've been able to accelerate your career at a lightning fast pace. And I think other people, you've left their heads spinning that you've moved so quickly in your rapid rise to success. So welcome to the program. And I know that the audience is really excited to, especially in your part of the world. I think that I saw lots of comments and excitement was coming through the social media feeds when they found out that you're going to be on the program. But I'll tell you that there's people in Singapore and Hong Kong and other parts of Asia that it's 11:30 at night right now, and they're staying up before they go to bed because they wanted to hear from you. So I think it's not just in the Southern Hemisphere, is that you're in the Northern Hemisphere and around the world. So basically, welcome, Faisal. It's great to have you. And why don't we start by maybe you could just give a 60-second recap on your adult career and what you've been able to achieve. And then I've got a few questions to bring out some of the ingredients to your success.
Thank you very much, Brett. That's a very long, very warm welcome to the program. And thank you for just extending the hand for me to join this program. I think very exciting, and I'm very happy for that. Maybe in a summary of some sort is that I've been in banking for the last 25 years, right? So cutting across to your point, commercial banking, corporate banking, public sector banking, and now looking after vehicle sector. So it's been an interesting journey, having an opportunity to work in different parts of the banking system. And all we can do is that thanks God for the opportunities that were presented, so I'm very happy for the journey.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that's a great quick recap. And what drives you, Faisal, when you get up on Monday morning? I mean, do you look at Mondays any differently than Fridays and even Saturdays? I know that family time is very important to you and that you have a very balanced life, but what motivates you to be the way that you are in your DNA?
Very, very important question. I guess, Brett, is that I come from a very humble beginnings, so I was raised by a single mom, and I've got to experience poverty firsthand, so if somebody speaks about poverty, I know it very well. So every time you progress in life, you get opportunities and you make progress. That alone is a motivation because you know how it feels like not to have things that are essential, right? So for me, that was a big driver around achieving things that I wanted to achieve in life. And so it's even up to this day, if I get given an opportunity, I place much more respect to the opportunity and the people that give me that opportunity, because I will hate to disappoint, because I know that opportunities don't come every day and they don't come to everybody. Once you have that chance to be given an opportunity, you want to grab it, you want to do it for yourself and also for those who have entrusted you with that responsibility. So for me, that is a big drive. And on the subject of leadership is that, these positions that we hold are positions of trust. And you know what is important is that when you get given bigger responsibility, you want to know, you want to also to help other people to experience, you know, what you're experiencing, empower people, give them opportunity to feel the energy that you feel by giving a chance to run a largish business of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And what an inspiring story, coming from poverty all the way to the top of the largest bank in the country. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. And my hat goes off. Is there a short story that you could tell us, Faisal, say over the past, you could set the time frame, 5 to 10 years that you've been in senior executive positions where you've looked back on your childhood and you've been able to inspire somebody else or your teams?
Absolutely. There are many stories that I can refer to. So
you can give us a great short story, be fine. Yeah, anything.
Yeah, so I guess maybe let me reflect on the time. I think you appointed me in the country Mozambique some time back, I think about 10 years back, to become a managing director of that business. So for me, that was a special time because I got given a mandate to go and look after, you know, the capital of the country, the capital of the bank in a different, you know, location, in a different geography. So what it means, it comes with a lot of trust and responsibility because you're the head of the house in a foreign land. You're responsible for the capital of the bank. The bank has entrusted you with the responsibility to take care of shareholders' capital in a foreign market, and they want you to succeed. They want you to hold the flag high. They want you to represent the bank well. They also want to make sure that you are able to engage and work well with regulators. You represent the interests not only of the bank, you also represent the interests of your country in a different location. So that for me is just an inspiration because what it does, it just gives you a sense of responsibilities that you have, and you can't disappoint. All that you can do is to do more to ensure that you know, you can learn out of the experiences. After a while, people can be proud of your achievement because of the role that you've played. So I think for me that is important. Maybe another story that I can maybe refer to is that yeah, you know, I work a lot with young people. You know, even in the current day, I work with a lot with the people from really poor communities, right? So when you engage them at this stage and they look at the role, they look at your qualification, they look at the position you hold in society, they look at the things that you've achieved, and for some of these young people, they think it's not achievable, it's impossible. But when you get to spend time with them, share your story, you know, spend time with them, give them the experiences that you had that are similar to theirs. For me, it's about planting the seed to say to the young people that there's no need to give up. You know, the world, you know, is there. If you work hard and be focused and be disciplined, opportunities for you to succeed and achieve greater things in life are there, provided you discipline. So I think that is very important for me because it's very easy when you're successful and you know, achieve all the things that you want to achieve and just forget about where you come from. So I think for me that's fundamentally very you know, important that even in all the achievements we have in life, one has to have an opportunity to go back and plow back somehow in a different way or form so that you can inspire others to achieve more.
Absolutely. And I think that's really great how you've been able to use where you came from and that part of the community to help inspire others that might be in the same part of that community to elevate them upward. And I think that's that is something, probably the most ideal definition of leadership that I've heard, that you won't read in a textbook, right? I mean, that's how things work on the ground. And I think it's I've seen you do it, and I know thousands of other people have seen you do it as well. I think that's great. How do you every day's not rosy, right? And you know, it's the middle of winter where you're at right now, and every day is not a perfect day, and you know, sometimes you're probably like me, you struggle when you get out of bed on a particular day and say, oh boy, you know, I had a rough day yesterday, and and ready to go out there today. But you've got some challenges that are big, some big problems, right? Whether it's political related or any factor in your business or home life. And what's your approach to tackling challenges on a daily basis?
Yeah, that is the most important question, Brad, because to your point, we have different challenges every day. There's not a single day that is similar to other in business, right? So sometimes you encounter, most challenging problems that you need to solve. So much so that maybe perhaps if you look around you for help and support, maybe that help and support is not available. What it means, you have to go seek in the deep, deep within yourself to find something that you have, that you only have uniquely you, to help you navigate the troubled waters that you're facing, and build and having confidence to saying, I've seen similar problems in the past, I've managed to overcome them, and what were the strategies and approach that I've used to overcome that? Because sometimes when we have problems and challenges, it's very easy to go and look externally and look for support outside and look for support in other areas. Whereas if you really look, proper, if you've invested well into yourself, over time we build these capabilities. We have the tools that we can always use to navigate difficult times, because if you are a whole human being, we have these things with us. God has given us, it's a question of us, our ability to unlock them and to always be aware, to saying, if I encounter a problem of this nature, how do I navigate it? Because it's to the point I've made, it's very easy to go and look outside and look for help, from other people. There's nothing wrong in looking for help and support, because other people might have, experiences and insight about the stuff that you're facing. But my sense is that the good starting point is just look deep within yourself and see to what extent you can be able to deal with some of the challenges that you have. And then perhaps after that, you can look outside, but charity begins at home.
I think that's great. You hit a hot button with me in one of the things that you said a couple minutes ago, where investing in yourself. Can you talk a little bit more, maybe give an example or a story where you've invested in yourself with something in business or personally? It can be recreationally as well, doesn't matter. And you've then at some point in the future gone back and reached into that investment that you made in yourself previously.
Yeah, yes, all the time. I guess when I was growing up, one of the big driver that my late mom instilled in us is just the importance of education. So while she was not educated, she couldn't even write her own name, but she had so much value around education that all you could do is just honor that. Honor that. How do you honor that? By whenever opportunity gets given for you to become a better person, to self-educate, you grab that. You use it as to give her something in return, to saying, I've listened to you, and I know the value you place in education. Here I am, based on the teachings and the learnings and the principles that you've instilled in me. This is how I'm doing to, as part of my plowing back and showing respect, for education. So I think for me that is important. I mean, even in sport, right? So if you enjoy golf like myself, if you want to enjoy your game, you need to be able to take lessons. You need to be able to be coached. You need to be able to handle, different things. So that when you go into a game of golf, you'll enjoy it because you've invested. But if you think you can just rock up at the golf course and think you have a good game without training, without support, without understanding the mechanics, then you have a problem.
Absolutely, yeah, you got a big problem. And if you're competitive, that can come out of the emotions, right? Yeah. That's good. Seriously though, Faisal, that's incredibly inspiring, the story about your mother and how you've reached back to that as well. And I know, again, thousands of people have seen you take similar inspiration to them, and it's made a big difference, which is why you've gone from poverty to the top of the largest company in the country, and that's amazing. And I think that's terrific. So, do you dream?
Absolutely, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, I'm a dreamer. I've got big aspiration. I've got big dream for myself. I've got big dreams for my family, and I've also big dreams for my country. And I've got big dreams for the world, right? So I think that we live in the world of possibilities.
Could you share your dream for either your great country, South Africa is a great country, or the world? Your pick.
Yeah.
You mind sharing your dream for one of those with everybody?
Yeah. Let me share a dream for my country. I think we have a great history. We have a great history. With the foundations that have been established by our forefathers, like the late Nelson Mandela. The value systems and the values of humanity, the values of progress. Those values are values where are the foundations of the democracy that we currently live in South Africa. So my dream is that as a result of change, a number of things that have happened in our country, I think more and more people are moving away from those value systems that united us as a nation, providing opportunities for each other, ensuring that the country moves in the right direction with progress, etc., beyond just the party politics. I just think that over time, I think we are losing the essence of what the world knows us as. So my dream is that we must somehow find it within ourselves to go back to those value systems where all people in South Africa can be given equal opportunities for progress. The country can be stable. We should be able to create jobs and provide educational opportunities for people, even at higher education without, demands for finance to be available. So we could provide education that is accessible for each and every child that aspires to go to university or technical college to empower themselves. So those are some of the value systems that I think, I dream of, so that because I think more and more as time progresses, I think we're moving away from some of those value systems, and I can't tell you why.
Yeah, and I understand that, and I also know that you're living those values every day. So this is a dream that probably the next thing you would say is that this dream has arms and legs on it, and it's going to be achieved. So I think that's wonderful. I've got a final question for you, Faisal, before we sign off, and that is, what is your view about why some people are successful and others are not? If I told the story the other day, you may have seen that, if you got two people and it's raining outside, you can have two entirely different attitudes, right?
Yep.
One person thinks maybe I should stay in, and the other person actually sees the rain as an opportunity. And do you have a view on why some people under the same conditions, and you look at your life and your career, I mean, how inspirational is what you've lived, right? And then you look at other people, nothing wrong with them. We're not being critical of anybody, but do you have a theory as to what's wrong with that picture?
I think my simple answer to that, it's an inside job. It's what is on the inside of a person that determines how you show up and how you respond to the things on the outside. So if you've got drive inside and you've got energy inside that is positive, that is driven, that is propelling you to become better as a person, to make a difference, That is enough to make you, go places. But if your inside, is not in the right place, you don't have drive, you don't have desire, you're not connected with yourself, chances are you might not be able to succeed. Because, as I said, my sense is that the stuff of the outside, you can't too much be dependent on it. It has to be starting on the inside. Your inside needs to be strong, be grounded on value systems. You must be able to know yourself and know what is important to you. And then if you've got that under control, I think it's very easy to deal with the world.
I think that's a great point. And yeah, sorry, go ahead, please.
Yeah, because this is important, because the stuff on the outside, you don't have control over it. It's something external. But the stuff of the inside, you have total control.
Yeah, that's a great point. And, I think so many people, you hear the expression, which actually I don't believe 100% in this expression of, if there's a problem, look in the mirror, right? And then people look in the mirror at how they look, and how you look doesn't matter at all. It's how you feel and what you believe, and from the inside out and not the outside in. And I think that's great advice for people. And thank you so much for sharing that, Faisal. It's great. Listen, it's been a great honor. We could go on, and I'm sure the audience would like for us to go on for another 20 minutes, but there's a bunch of people in Asia that need to get their sleep so they can go to work tomorrow. But it's great to have you on the program. Thank you so much for joining in today and sharing your inspiring life story and other tips in under half hour, Faisal. I think half hour doesn't really do it justice, but we'll find a way to make up more of that time later, I'm sure. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good. Please join me, everybody. Next week, we're going to shift the cameras to North America, where I will have an inspiring woman to talk about career and other things in her life that are very inspiring. And this is one of the smartest people that I know around the world. So join me next week I'll announce the time later. And thank you all for joining in. Thanks very much again, Faisal. Appreciate it.
Thank you.